let you guys know, if you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. All right, so here we go with more white lies. Alleged Molotov cocktail tosser blamed attack on black people. Soon after allegedly hurling a flaming Molotov cocktail at an NYPD van full of cops at a George Floyd protest, a white upstate woman claimed a trio of, quote, black strangers made her do it. But the accused cop hater, Samantha Shader, age 27, of Catskill, actually drove to Brooklyn with her sister in a car loaded with empty glass bottles, including a bullet whiskey bottle she is charged with throwing at the van on May 30th. Caught on tape, Shader admitted to throwing the Molotov cocktail, but claimed that she was approached on the street and given the, quote, bottle by a black male who was in a group with one other male and a black woman. She even described the trio, saying that the man who handed her the bottle was a thicker guy with hair in skinny braids in different colors. The other man was smaller and wore a hat, and the woman was thin with poofy hair and a ponytail. Quote, Shader said that the man who handed her the bottle told her that they were going to prove a point. And Shader stated she felt important at the time she took the bottle because she was the only white person in the area. The flung bottle shattered the parked van's rear two windows but failed to ignite because Shader had used toilet paper instead of a rag as a fuse. The details of Shader's alleged trip south in a car stocked with bottles and bad intentions were included in the indictment of her pal and newly accused accomplice, Tim Ehrman, age 29, a painter and guitar player. Ehrman's fingerprints were all over the note, and this is what the notes had to state. Quote, I found a few more bottles than I thought I had, still not many. Wish I had more. Be safe, please. Really. Good luck. Love, Tim. Both pals have posted anti cop memes and insults on Facebook. Shader has posted that, quote, black people should be allowed to burn down the country they built for free. On May 27th, Aaron posted riots do work and called cops tax collectors with guns, wife beaters, and murderers. Then, the night his whiskey bottle was allegedly tossed at the NYPD van, he boasted to another Facebook user that he contemplated joining in a, quote, free ride to New York to get saucy. Instead, quote, I kitted out some others. Ehrman is being held in Albany until he can be brought to Brooklyn to face charges for conspiracy to commit civil disorder. His lawyers did not respond to a request for comment, and Shader faces up to life in prison on explosives and arson charges. All right, so obviously, what I'm going to have to do is to further prove the narration of the story and prove white lies and the history of those. I'm going to have a video clearly linked. It's going to be the only video and it's going to show at the end of this video. So you're free to click on it if you want to. Now, my question is to white people. How is it possible that supernaturally, right? You guys say that you're about, the few that's out there, right? Let's just put it like that, the few that's out there, right? How is it possible that some of you decide that you want to go to a protest that's actually about something? It can be as peaceful as possible. And yet you go there with the mindset of causing anarchy. You want to be an agent of chaos. You want to be somebody who just wants to take out the whole ability to not be responsible for anything. And you just want to start breaking stuff, but you're not going to do it in your community. You're not going to do it where you live. What you're going to do is join a whole bunch of other people and be amongst them and, try to be a wolf in sheep's clothing in a sense, right? And you're going to go off on your own and you're going to start to get bricks, which oddly enough, in these areas, they've just been wonderfully placed there, stacked, and they're as nice as can be. They're freshly cut bricks, just magically there. You just see this nice stack of bricks, and you just decide to start breaking windows. Or you decide, like these two idiots, that you want to go to somebody else's community, which yet again you don't live, and you want to start burning up cars, and you want to start flipping cars, and you want to start destroying different items and things in that said community, because you're not going to do it in yours, because at the end of the day you're going to have to pay for it. It's going to be blight that you're going to have to walk by, that you're going to have to hear about, that news reporters are going to be all over, and different things like that. You don't want to see that type of blight in your neighborhood. So you decide to come from upstate New York and go down to Brooklyn and decide that you want to jack up black people's communities. Now, mind you, white people automatically say, well, black people don't care about their communities. They don't take care of them, and so on and so on and so on, right? So, to those white people who feel that way, if that is the case of how you feel about black people and their own communities, then why would you see it fit to come down from your white community to a black neighborhood and start firebombing and destroying and breaking windows and destroying businesses? Why would you think it's right? So you think it's okay because black people technically do the same thing? So you're saying that because black people do the same thing, that gives you the right, and that takes away responsibility from your actions because others are doing it? That's basically monkey see, monkey do. That's like saying that if you see somebody else jump off a bridge, you're going to sit up there and jump too. That's like saying if you see somebody else commit fraud, you're going to sit up there and do it too. Or like certain instances when we deal with white men in colleges, that's like saying that if a group of white guys are sitting up here raping and sexually molesting women, that you're going to sit up there and join in too because they're doing it, and it's fine because it absolves you of it, because at the end of the day it's going to be the people that's there who are going to be to blame, absolving you of any type of responsibility or blame at all of the actions you decided to do. Nobody forced you to do it, nobody drugged you, nobody put a gun to your head, nobody put alcohol in your system. So like I said before, white people, I don't know exactly your mindset. I don't know exactly what you guys are doing, but there is a history of white lies here, and this basically shows. All of this, what you've just been able to hear me read off to you guys, all of this started from home. Black people didn't teach these white kids that, hey, this is how you make Molotov cocktails. These are the bottles that you sit up there and bring. Yeah, we want you to come down to the protest and cause, man. Black people didn't force these two privileged white kids to come from their upscale New York neighborhoods down to Brooklyn in order to commit these random acts of violence and arson and terrorism. We didn't. But yet, somehow, some way, black people are yet again still to blame for whatever white people want to decide to do. Like I said before, white people, y'all got it. And I'm saying this in general here. White people, y'all got a history of white lies. And if you don't know about those white lies, stay tuned and make sure you stay to the end of this video so you can clearly click on the video so you can learn a little piece of your history. One of the many videos that I've touched on about white people lying and using black men as the go-to scapegoat when it comes to anything from rape to killing to robbery. So anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching the video, and if you want to leave a comment, do so in the section underneath the description of the video. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.